Okay, let's start working on this Spring 2012 Math 115 Test 1. We will work on the solution of this test. Now remember that the work is more important than the final answer. So I need you to show the work not only clearly, neatly, systematically, but also need to work it out in a way that you understand and I understand when I grade it. Okay, now I will, in this video, I will do the first 4 questions and then continue with another file after. Number 1, we will need to write this fraction, 13/16, as a decimal and as a percentage. Now what I will do, I will convert that to decimal first, and then from decimal, I use that decimal to convert to percent. Now, of course, you can go on from fraction to percent directly, but I think once we have the decimal, it's easier for us then to go from decimal to percent. Now, to convert this 13/16 to decimal, what we will do is we will divide 13 by 16. How many times is this? 8 times? That will be 8 times 128. And when I subtract, this is 2 times here for 32, and 16 times 5 give me 80. So 13/16 will be 0.8125 in decimal. Now then, to convert that fraction to percent, I will utilize the decimal I already have in part A, and from there I change it to decimal, to percent, by multiplying by 100%. Now remember, we are not multiplying by 100. We multiply by 100%. In other words, you need to multiply, you need to show the percentage sign here. Now a lot of the mistakes that I cut points is because you don't write the percent here and suddenly the percent show up here. No, you need to write the percent on both of these. See, imagine if you multiply a number by 100, then you change the value. But if we multiply by 100%, which is 1 in decimal, we do not change the value, but we change the structure. Okay, now let's move on to number 2. We have -3/4 being squared and -2/9 being cubed. I will do the exponent for both of them. Negative being squared, that's positive. The square of 3 is 9, the square of 4 is 16, times negative being cubed is negative, and because I multiply by negative number, I need to use a parenthesis to separate this negative from the multiplication sign. -8/7 cubed, that will be 729. Then from there, positive times negative, it's negative. I will do cross cancelling here. 9 and 729 by 9, this is 1, and this will be 81. 16 and 8, this is 1, this is 2. So the product will be negative 1/2 times 81, 1/162. Okay. Now let's move on to number 3. I will need to convert this percent to decimal. Now the common mistakes here is a lot of students, they try to memorize that you move the decimal point to the left or to the right. Now you need to give yourself a reason why you do so, and to convert this to decimal, we always want to rewrite this as 0.48 over 100, because percent means over 100. Now from here, to convert this to decimal, what I will do is to move the decimal point of this 100 to the left to make it 1. That gives me the reason to move this to the left. The same movement. That gives me 0.0048. Now, on the other hand, if I need to change this 0.48% into fraction instead, even though I do the same first step compared to part A, but the next thing I do will be different. I'm not going to make this decimal, I'm going to make this a fraction. My problem is I have a decimal point, I have a decimal number on the numerator. To get rid of that, I will move this decimal point twice to the right, and therefore I will move the decimal point at the denominator twice to the right as well. Therefore I will get 48 over 10,000. Now you need to simplify it though, and I think we can reduce by 4 maybe. That will give me 12 over 2500. I can reduce by another 4. If I reduce by another 4, this will be 3 and this will be 625. Okay. Number 4, we will simplify this. Now, the reason I ask this question is because a lot of the students, they don't have patience when they do the distribution and combining like terms. Now, it's not about the final answer, it's about how you follow distribution, combining like terms, everything together in following order operations. Now, in this expression, I will first distribute the negative 4 here. I get negative 7x minus 3 bracket 2x minus 12 plus 8x minus 4x. Okay, now guess what I will do next. I should not distribute because you only do distribution into and open the bracket if there are no like terms in there that you can combine. However, in this case, we have 2x, 8x, and 4x to combine. Therefore, we need to do that first. 2x plus 8x minus 4x, that will be 6x minus 12. Now from here then, I distribute the negative 3 and give me negative 7x minus 18x plus 36, which is negative 25x plus 36. Okay, that's for this test number 1 to number 4.